daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law, and a man's enemies will be those of his own household. He who loves father or mother more than me is not worthy of me, and he who loves son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. And he who does not take his cross and follow after me is not worthy of me. He who finds his life will lose it, and he who loses his life for my sake will find it. The word of God for the people of God. Thanks be to God. Please welcome our speaker, Gideons Clark Canton. I almost said it the wrong way.
Okay if I take my mask off up here so you can hear me? I told them I'd go to church. Being in this situation that we're in, the government tells me this will save me. God tells me this will save me. So I'm here to tell you today, I believe in this a whole lot more than this. That's where I stand. And I'm here as a Gideon today. And as I look at the world, I've had the privilege to be in New York City 4 different times, handing out gospel in Manhattan and Brooks and Queens. And I look at the news today and I see that they need more Bibles. They really need Bibles. But I don't know if we're going to be able to do that. I hope and pray so. And that's what I asked you to do today. You got one of these today. If not, pick one up on the way out. What I want you to do is keep it. There was an envelope inside, as she said, if you want to be able to donate for Bibles. There's an envelope inside, but what I really want you to do with it is keep it. There's a lot of information on it, but I want you to put it in your Bible. And when you open it to read, pray for the Gideons. We're in 200 countries. The virus is in 180, some they tell me, but we're in 200 countries. And we hand out scriptures in 100 different languages. So God is at work. God has been good. Since I joined the Gideons in 2006, I don't give any figures, but I will give you this morning. It took 94 years to hand out the first billion. We handed out the second billion in 14 years. And now we're working on the third. But I just pray that with this pandemic, we have the opportunity to walk the streets and be able to witness Christ. And the other church, I reminded them of their mission statement, which we made a long time ago, I think. And I don't know if you remember, the other church was a little different than this, and I looked at this morning, but that's the same meaning. Before I start with the Gideon program or testimonies that I'd like to give you, I want to read this to you. Your mission statement: to know Christ, to grow in Christ, and to show Christ to others. So that's why you invited me here this morning, I'm sure, because you may not be able to get outside of your little village, but you can reach souls around the world just by donating. I wanted to start with a testimony of a guy that I met. But his testimony starts like this. He said, I got high with Matthew, Mark, and Luke. Now he was a teenager when I was a teenager. And as you well know, this was in the 60s. And in the 60s, I'm sure most of you are old enough to remember Woodstock. That's when all this started, the free love and free drugs. And that happened during the pandemic. I think it was the Spanish flu was in the world at that time. But thousands went to New York for the young people. But during that time, all these things took place. But there was a young man in Florida that started selling drugs, and he said I was getting pretty good money with it. And he thought he'd never get caught, as most people do. It's like people that live in this world and don't accept Jesus Christ. They don't think there's an end to it, but we know there is. That's why you're in this building this morning. I call it a building because you are the church, but we meet in because the Bible tells us not to forsake the assembling of ourselves together, and even more so as the end approaches. And I believe we're there. But this young man was in prison, and he said, I was in my cell, and the guard came by, and he said, if you want to meet a Gideon, you can go down to the cafeteria. And he said, I didn't know what the Gideon was. I didn't know if it was a clown or a dog show. But if it got me out of my cell, I'd go down. And there was a gentleman, basically like me, I guess, was down there, and he had this little brown booklet. And he said he was handing them out, and I took it, and it has real thin pages. So I got to thinking, in the South, as you know, and they still do it, they send the non-violent criminals out along the road in orange jumpsuits, and they still do that, pick up garbage and things. And while he was out there, he picked flowers and stuffed them in his uniform and dried them. And he got high with Matthew, Mark, and Luke because he tore pages out and smoked them. But he said, I got to John. And I tell everybody that I handed scripture to on the street, or I was in prison ministry too with Kairos for 4 different years in Allentown, maximum security. And they have run us out of there about 3 years ago. They don't let us in there anymore. But we had some really good, I had some really good times in there with people. And I went back the year after, and they were there, and they were signing up people to come to Christ. And that's important. That's what we do. But anyways, he said, I got to John, and he thought, something told me to read it. And he said, as you know, and if you've read the scripture, you know that in John it begins in the beginning, just like Genesis. In the beginning, John starts out. In the beginning was a Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. And by him all things were made that were made, and without him nothing was made. And verse 4 says, in him was life, and his life was the light of men. And then my challenge to you today, as I read your mission statement, when we get to verse 6, it talks about John. It says he came to make straight the way of the Lord, basically. It says that later on in this chapter, but John came as a witness. It says he wasn't the light, but he was a witness of the light. And that's what we are today. I believe this generation needs to be a witness for the second coming of Christ. I've read this book, and I've listened to many different preachers and people that study prophecy, and we know that Jerusalem should be, the Israelite people were in captivity, and we talk about slavery today. They were in slavery for 400 years in Egypt. We didn't invent it. Believe me, we didn't. But if you look at Israel today, they got back in their land. I was born in 1946. Israel came back into being in 1948, 47 and 48. The Bible says this generation shall not pass, and I believe that's this generation. I may be wrong, until we see the coming of the Lord. But we also read in here that Jerusalem was overran, it says, till the time of the Gentiles is over. And we know that Jerusalem was in rule by the Gentiles up until 1967, when the Jews took back Jerusalem. And just in the last 2 years, we have made our embassy back in Jerusalem and clarified Jerusalem as the capital of Israel. That hasn't happened in thousands of years. So I see signs. You may not see them. I don't know if I'm right, but that's what I believe. And I believe it is our duty to get this word out, either in Testament or with this Bible. Because as you look at our streets today, they need the gospel. They need Jesus Christ. They're looking for stuff in all the wrong places. And I look at the news and I see 18 to 30-year-olds, basically, that have no clue because they haven't heard. And as you look at your church and my church, you don't see them here. Very few. They're hard to reach. And once they get past the age of 12, it's really hard to reach them. But this young man, he ended up in jail. That's what we can hand out Bibles. They stopped us from joining in schools years ago. Now, we actually got into our middle school the last 3 years, set up a table and made scriptures out that they could pick up. And 50% of the young people picked them up. So that's a good sign. But normally we have to wait till they get in prison, and then we can give them a Bible. And I don't know how long that's going to go on either. Like I say, when I was in Allen with maximum security, they left us in there, but then there's a lot of Muslims in there. And in the middle of the last weekend that we had in there with them, they actually asked us to leave. But the Muslims are still there because the rugs were rolled up in the corner, but they asked us to leave. So it's a scary world we live in. But we have the one way to Christ, one way to God, and that's through Jesus Christ. That's what he tells us. But this young man read John, and he said, as you know, as you go through John a little bit, when you get to verse 14, it says, and the Word became flesh and dwelt among us, and we beheld the glory of the only begotten Son of God. And he recognized that. He got out of prison. He went to seminary and became a Southern Baptist preacher. Now, I met this guy a couple years ago in Reading at our state convention. And I know his story. I like to use Testament. There's millions of Testament, but I like to use ones that I've met people. He's retired now, but you can never retire from God's Word. So he came to our camp meeting, our interstate meeting, and gave us his testimony. And like I say, I remembered it because it was so impacting to me. How many people have he reached because someone gave him a testimony? I don't know. To be a preacher for 30 years, he has to reach someone, I would hope. But that's how God worked out. Your local Gideon was just in there. His last name is Pratt. When you leave today, there's one of these out there, a little card that tells you how to put it on your, and some of you, I'm sure, have smartphones. Even I have a smartphone. I'm in a restaurant, and the girl showed me how to use my smartphone. But you can get this app, and this is the Gideon Bible. You can get it in almost 1,200 languages. And it'll actually read it to you if you wanted to. So it is important. Think one up and look on the back. If you have a phone, it'll tell you how to use it. But that's another point. I want to give you one more testimony. I have a couple, but my wife and I were out in Hollidaysburg probably 2 years ago. And they had a Saturday night service and 2 Sunday morning services. It was United Methodist Today Church. There was probably 100 people there Saturday and 100 in each service Sunday morning. But Saturday night when I gave some testimonies, this young lady came up to me, and I call her young, she's middle-aged now, she has teenage girls. Well, they're in their 20s now. But she came up to me and got me by the arm, she said, I want to tell you my story. And she did. She said, and you got to picture this. This is something that only God can do. We can't do it. I can't save anybody. None of you can, but the Word can, if they read it. But she said, I was in this motel room, 19 years old, on a Good Friday, was going to commit suicide. And as we hear in the news today, there are people committing suicide because of all that's going on. They may not die from the virus, but they'll die because of no hope. And we have the hope. We have the Word. And we can share it. But anyway, she said, I pulled out the drawer, and I don't know why, but she said the first thing I see was Holy Bible. And she said, I knew what it was. I've heard of it. Never read it, as many people do today. But she just took it, started reading it. And she said, I took that Bible. And she told me her daughters were glad that her daughters grew up now. She had daughters after that. And she had told them she took the Bible, and they were glad when the Gideons came and told her, we don't hold that against you. We put them there for that reason. If somebody needs them, they take them. Because at the bottom it says placed by the Gideons. And that means it's placed by you and me. Because we're a partnership. We put Bibles wherever we can and as often as we can. But she said it took her 2 years of reading it, and she accepted Christ. She was there Saturday night. She was there Sunday morning. She taught Sunday school. Now, because someone put a Bible in for $5, $5. And we know a soul's worth a whole lot more than that because our Savior died. He gave his life for it doesn't. In John 3:16 it says, for whosoever means everyone. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son. And we know that's true. They may not be in this building, but God loves them. Wherever they are this morning, God loves them. And we as Christians need to also. It's tough some days when we see what's going on, but we need to pray for our country, pray for these young people that are just out there. And we don't know if they're going to commit suicide or kill someone else. But God knows. And He's there in the darkest of times. So I ask you today to do what you can. Witness where you can. If you can't do it for yourself, give right now a God moment. 3 years ago, these testaments we hand out cost $1.31. Today they're down to $1.20. So don't tell me there's no God and that God doesn't care. 11 cents a copy, and last year I think 90 million copies, something like that, were handed out somewhere around the world on these young people that are looking at them right here. And as you know, we have great revivals in America. We have been the most missionary-minded people in the world, and we still are. The Christians are. They're still trying to save the lost, and that's all Christ asked us to do, right? When we become Christian, we become Christ-like, and Christ wanted to save the world, and that's our duty also. As John came as a witness, I believe we are a witness. We need to be a witness. So I ask you to pray about it, do what you can, and you don't have to be a Gideon to tell someone God loves them. And sometimes it'll just make them stop and think. You know, we're living hard times, as you all know. I have never seen it like this in my lifetime. I'm a 4th of July baby. I'll have a birthday soon. Born on the 4th of July. But my country is not what it was. And you know that, and I know that. But we need to reach the lost. The lost are the same. When Christ died over 2,000 years ago, He did it for the people that are living today. We know that. So I ask you to keep in mind what God would want you to do and help as much as you can. I know I looked on the way in, you have a card displaying. And today, I think they're needed more than ever because people are shut in. And I'm thinking of this card right here, thinking of you card. So many people can't get out, older people, younger people even, that are just on, like we call social distancing. But you can reach them with this. Thinking of you, and then there's an envelope inside where you fill out and you can send a Bible and you reach someone else too. It's pretty self-explanatory. It takes 2 stamps, but what's $1 in today's society? And then we have in memory and in recognition. I know if you have grandchildren or children, is a good time to, a lot of them graduated right now. You can send them an in recognition card and send a Bible somewhere in the world, and you can reach the person you love close to you, and you can reach someone that you don't know with love by sending this word. Because we can't love people any more than tell them about Jesus Christ. That's the greatest love ever. God only has 2 names, love and light. I gave you both of them this morning. In Him was light, and His life is the light of man. But He died on the cross because He loved us. So remember that today as you go about your business. And I know it's tough when we have to wear these. And I'm praying that this is soon over. Because I don't know if this will save my life or not. I know this book does. It saves lives. It's what it's all about. Jesus died so I don't have to. He says, if I live and believe in Him, I shall never die. I might change positions. I might move out of this body, but I will never die. And as you read this morning in Matthew, fear the one that can destroy both the body and the soul, not just the body. This virus can kill the body, can't kill the soul. This virus and the riots in the street, people are dying in places, but they can't destroy the soul. But we have to get them ready for what's coming. Eternity is a long time. And I pray that we can get people ready for that. And we'll only know what we've done when we get to heaven. pretty sure we'll know then. We are blessed to be Christian. We are blessed to know a Savior. We are more blessed if we can share Him. I believe that wholeheartedly. That's why I came this morning. They asked you to be blessed and be a blessing. And I asked you to pray for each and every one of us in safe travel and safe lives and our loved ones and children and grandchildren, all that goes with that. We live in a world that's being destroyed, but we know that's going to happen. But we're looking forward to a place where there is no death and there is no tears and there is no sorrow. Because Christ said, I go to prepare a place for you. And if I go, I will come again. That where I am, you may be also. I pray that you remember that today and put a smile on your face behind that mask. And when you get out of here, take the mask off and smile at people, please. God bless you. Thank you for having me. And I pray to see you again. If not down here, up there. On the way up. Like David Jeremiah says, I'm looking for an upper-taker, not an undertaker. So that's my goal this morning, that Christ would come, because I know it's getting tough. And he'll come soon. But we need to be about the Father's business. As Jesus told his mother when he was in the temple, when he was 12, I need to be about my Father's business. And I think we need to be too. Thank you, and God bless you. Well, I don't want to stay on you. But I'm not supposed to shake your hand, so I will stand out here and acknowledge that you were here this morning.